So today on Project Shop, we are back on these big stators. First thing, we're gonna weigh this up where we ended off yesterday after breaking the machine 3 times. Hopefully today it goes a little bit better. Steve's already over here cutting up some aluminum cased electric motors. They look like they're gonna have nice nuggets of copper in them. We got some other nuggets, and this actually goes to that transformer. We'll weigh that up in a little bit, but hopefully we're gonna clear this table off today. I'm gonna get right on cutting this with the plasma cutter and liberating the copper out of that. I think that's gonna go pretty easy with just the Sawzall and maybe just the jaw. We got to get this mountain of transformers out of here as well. We've already got a nice third of a bucket. I jammed that down in there with the big sledgehammer. That's a nice little chunk of copper. And this is all from Miami. I haven't added any copper from any of this other stuff. I'm gonna keep it separate. So like this copper is all stuff that was on the table. This all is from other things. Just what we have left right now from Miami is this, these, that goes with that transformer, this stator and everything, that's from a different thing, and then the transformers out there, and then we can close that out, see if we actually made some money. I've been keeping track of all the different motors to see if any of them are going to be non-money makers, but so far it seems like we're going to make some decent money on each one. These are all the same. I'll weigh one of the aluminum cases and we're going to split this. Hopefully this thing holds today. Even if it don't, it's going to be a little tedious, but I can pick this up with the thing, let it down, and then use the hydraulic rams. We can actually, originally, that's what these were for. There's 4 of them. I was gonna have, there's holes drilled up in here. I was gonna have big springs here pulling this back up. And I don't know if I still have the springs, but if we have to use springs to pull this back up, that's what we'll do. Either way, we're gonna be pulling some copper today. Steve yesterday blew through most of the transformers. While this machine was down, I just had him do that. I did save 1 transformer to see if we can split it. I would have liked to try to split one of them bigger ones, but we just got to keep moving, whether or not we got this machine or not. Since the bearings on this side, we want to pull out this way, cut them this way. I'd use the Sawzall, man.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. We're going to try this one more time. Now, I'll put this on here as kind of a safety. When I run it to the bottom of the stroke, I'll tighten it up. But yeah, I think we're good to go. Hopefully that thing holds. And what I am going to do is I have some steel cable. I'm going to actually probably put some steel cable in here, loop it round to either side to where when this thing strokes out, because it never changes the distance from there, so I can just stroke it down, put a safety cable on there, so if it does fall off, it won't drop and like guillotine my hand or some shit like that. Yeah. Oh, but let's weigh this copper up. Steve, is that all the copper from that?
Yeah.
That was later? You didn't add nothing to it, did you?
No, I didn't.
Okay, I think that other one was like 37 pounds. I knew it. 43 pounds. Minus 1.7. So, yeah, let's just say 42 pounds. 43.7. So 42 pounds plus all this wire here. Nice little chunk. Some thick copper in there. That's just like a bonus, we'll say. But yeah, so we can update that. What was that, 37? So we got 5 more pounds. That's basically more than $15. Nice. All right, now, moment of truth. Is it gonna hold? Oh man. See if I can't just, oh yeah, I think I can get it out of there. Oh. Slack. I'm gonna tighten that slack up because we're at the bottom of the stroke. That way nobody loses a finger. This one we got in between those plates a little bit. And it pushed the copper out. Really Alright, so that's the biggest stator. This one, we still got a rotor in. I think what we're going to do is just cut the backside and try to pull all this from the front. So what I'm going to do now is lower this down, set up the V blocks for these smaller ones, and while we have the blade in there, we're going to split all the small stuff we can, get everything split, and then we'll come back and start pulling everything. Okay, I had to kind of jack this up because being I only have like 7.5 inches of stroke, and then these things, I forget what they are, maybe 6 inches on center. The next level down was too low, and then the next level up, I had to basically make this apparatus to split it. It's a work in progress. We're gonna have to figure something out for the, I'm pretty sure these are like standard sizes, but it's splitting these things real nice. Got a little bit of lube. Nice. Don't get much easier than that. And the best thing is no grinding dust. I can't stand grinding dust, so let's see if we can't get this one. This might be a different size. Oh, we're just barely gonna get that one. Now, normally I have these V plates that sit down in there. I made this so that I could put big ones in here, just like if they were bigger than this, I could just put them in the top of this, and then small ones use these V blocks that can slide in and out. But the spacing when they're in there actually pushes it up too high. But let's see how this one does. Get it all the way. Oh, wow. Oh, snap. That's something I gotta pay attention to. It's like we might have put a little. Oh man, so we lost our tip. We have two cracks here. This one here had metal pins holding that together. I gotta pay attention to that because I think I just damaged the blade even more. Okay, but I mean, it cut right through them pins. That's why I need to make a new blade, because see if I can't clean that up a little bit. Wow, that's a significant little I wonder. That's a weird chip that came out of there. Problem with this blade is you can't really repair it. I think I'm sharpening it. I can't believe it. I wonder when I broke the tip. This is where the first damage, I had this flipped around. I wasn't paying attention. I drove that thing right into that corner. That's where the first bit of damage came from. So we're definitely gonna have to make a new blade real soon. And then just use this as like a backup. I wanna make a blade that I can, if I had to, I can just run some bead down in it. And, you know. So being that this, the way this is, I'll leave it like that. I'll put it in the press, in the V-block. I'll just put it like that, pull this side, and then just flip it around and pull that side. I think all the copper's cut. I think that pin is just holding on for dear life right there. Hey, we gotta be careful. Look at this, Steve. This thing had metal pins all the way through it, holding it together. That last pin is holding on. That can blade cut right through them though. All right, now we have one transformer left. I'm gonna try to split in here. Let's see. I mean, it might stay there. Let me just bring this forward. Okay. The only thing we can do is try. There we go. Oh! So ultimately, I'm gonna have drop-in jigs where there's holes here. So once a jig gets dropped in, it's not going to be like this. This is just all temporary prototype stuff. Oh, we're out of stroke. How we did. This right there. I think if I rotate it, repair seems to be holding up pretty good. That's beautiful. The I's and E's. I used to call these W's and then the internet corrected me. That's about falling out of there, man. So now, what else we got, man?
We got this big thing.
We got this. And then Man, we got them AC coils out, or them AC compressors, dude. They got big nuggets of copper in it, like this. We'll have to probably come back to that. Let's see. Didn't like that. That thing got wedged down in there.
I can't believe this blade is just fucking gone. That's an aggressive blade, it wouldn't even snap.
It's probably wore out, dude.
Oh yeah.
I don't think those are big enough to use that big one I was using.
Which one did you have?
Man, I used the one in the wood with nails. Dude, that thing mowed right through it. I think it's gonna grab those. You can try it. It's in there. It's the one. It's
Big red one?
No, it's aggressive. It's more aggressive than that.
Oh fuck.
It was on the machine. You must have taken it off. So this one here, I should have had a V-block on there supporting the sides more. What we'll have to do is take that air chisel and clean this up. I think we just run it right down that split and then I can pull it. Definitely a work in progress, but it works great. I'm super stoked about it. Now I'm going to get set up with the V-blocks. Well, I think I'm going to do these first while the machine is up, and then these should pull. All this should pull relatively easy. That's interesting.
bucket over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's got to be separate.
So one thing I did notice is I'm gonna have to put a bigger lip or have multiple ones with bigger lips, or smaller lips for smaller ones, because these ones, it's not grabbing it enough. I mean, it's doing a great job, but you can see a couple of those was walking out of there. like butter, man. And I've already noticed that having this thing like this actually works great, because this one is out more. It kind of gets down in there, and being that that one is like that, it's more like this. It actually helps. It seemed like it helped getting behind that coil and grabbing it. You coming right out?
Yeah.
Here. This is where the jaw comes in handy. Hit that rod, dude. There you go. You got a separate bucket for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice chunk right there. I don't know if I got enough stroke to get that. That looks nice. We'll see. We might have to send it over to Steve. Oh! There we go. We got most of it. The thing I seen, the guy had multiple jigs. The machine that I'm replicating right here, so he had one like this, and the reason why this is up, that's so I can get this thing down around the bottom. If it was just a V right off of here, I wouldn't be able to get to the bottom. But on the transformers, he had something similar to this, but it was flat, basically like this with the lip. Oh, and I keep getting comments from people saying I need to weld some stock on here to stop the stator from pulling. This is permanently welded there. It's 1/2 inch stock. The bottom of the stator can't move. Up here, I have 2 1/2 inch stocks welded here. The top of the stator can't move. The problem I have is I really need a V, a big V, like this, but much larger for these big ones that give me problems. But hey, like I said, it's a work in progress. This thing is working. It is pulling the copper out of pretty much everything I put in here. Okay. Put you up on a little copper. Oh, too easy, man. Too easy. Okay. This is off of one of them other generators. This might have been off of that diesel. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this copper. Oh man, that's pulling tough.
No way. That little thing's got the best of it.
Oh man, you know what? This might be a cooker.
Now you need to split it.
I can't. I can't split it because we already cut the backside.
Oh, that's one of those little fucking exciters.
Dang.
Let me hit it with a chisel and see what happens.
Do you think you can push them out?
I think maybe if my chisel's dull, not with this sharp chisel I got, but...
Is it sharp right now? See if you can't run that chisel, split that the rest of the way. You might need to put it in one of those metal things to hold it.
Let me see it.
Maybe put it up in here or something. You just need to split this bottom half here. I split the top of it, but it collapsed it. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to have enough height. We might have to jack the machine up to the next height to do these. Yeah, oh, well, yeah, unfortunately, I got to go up one notch. All right, I'm going to get that set up. We'll pull this, and then we got to get on this. We got to figure out how we're going to cut that. Okay, that's pretty much it for the big rotors and stators. We got bunches of buckets of copper. Now this and that bucket I'm going to keep separate. This and this go with all this over here. This is what we got so far. Probably a half a drum by the time I tamp that down and add the other things. Now we have this big motor. The rotor's stuck in there, so what I'm thinking about doing is we're going to set this up this way in the press and try to force the force that thing out of there. If not, we're going to have to cut the back side. I think if I can get it out, I can probably, even as bad as that looks, I can probably still split that with the blade. But I'm gonna get all this stuff weighed up, see where we're at, and yeah, see what the next move's gonna be. We're almost done. Other than that, like I said, the 2 big transformers, that's it for the Miami stuff. I'm probably gonna do those transformers in a different video. We're gonna get all this tallied up, see if we got our money back at least. We're $1,180, I think I paid for all this stuff. So I know how much weight there was. There was over 3,000 pounds. So we can see how much copper we got out of it, and then we can figure out how much steel we're going to get paid and see if it was actually worth it. Now we are on our 2nd day, and it's mainly because I had problems with the machine. Other than the problems with the machine, the split and pull in, air chiseling the transformers, man, we were cooking, dude. We were just moving right along, blowing through that stuff. The downtime and mainly having an issue with the hydraulic cylinder and figuring out the workaround on that, but seems to be holding up. I mean, I was pulling up on that big stator and shaking it around and it didn't fall. But like I said, I will be putting a safety cable through this thing just to make sure, and then on top of that, even with the safety cable, 7 inches, I got to be careful having my hands anywhere around this thing, because if it comes loose and drops, even if it drops 7 inches and I got my hands in there, that could be problematic. Could lose a couple digits or something. I'll tell you where we're going, right to the scrap yard. copper dancing before?
Not even taking that much power to push this out. So we pretty much bottomed out now.
Okay, it's either gonna lift it or not. This thing likes plates. And we're out a little bit fast, so just be careful. Watch that thing don't teeter. Woo! This one's heavier than the other one.